Thank you for coming. I just wanted to tell you that I was going to introduce myself, but I don't really need to because you all know me. I was just going to start out with talking about some ways that the doTERRA company has enhanced my life. I think I've been doing this for a few years. It's like the last 2 or 3 years I've been taking the vitamins regularly. I use a lot of the oils. I use the shampoo and conditioner. I use Deep Blue Rub. And I can tell you that I have more energy than I used to. I get less than I used to. I get over my illnesses much faster than I used to. The latest story that I wanted to tell you was we had squirrels in the attic, and I looked it up. I said, okay, what can I do to get the squirrels out of the attic? So Art looked it up online, and he found a couple ways to get them out of the attic. And we also used some oils on a rag, tea tree oil, lemon, and lime. And we put that in the nest area where the squirrels were, and the next day they were gone. So that's just another way. I mean, you can use oils as bug repellent. There's all kinds of ways to use oils, but that was the latest thing that we've used it for. So that's about it. I mean, I'll let you go, Diana.
All righty. So I've known Karen since college, and she's such a dear friend. But one of the things that I really have enjoyed when I've worked with Karen is that she's a nurse. She has the medical training, and then I started having the alternative holistic training, and it really is a beautiful combination. So I'm going to share my screen and use a PowerPoint. I want to fly through this because I want to definitely leave time for questions and answers at the end. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
Hi, Sarah.
There you go. Karen, can you see that okay?
It's coming. I don't see it yet. Oh, now I see it. It's here. Looks good.
Okay, I'm still waiting for mine to come up. Can everybody maybe nod your head? Can you see? Oh, wait, I'm trying to get it to the main. There we go. Can everybody see that screen? Okay, perfect. Let me move this aside. Okay, so there we go. All right, so just to introduce myself, my name is Diana. I have worked for many years now to become an expert in the therapeutic usage of essential oils. I'm passionate about health transformations. My life has been changed, and I work with people all over the country and internationally. And the stories, the testimonies of lives changed has just been incredible. And that really excites me because my heart and my mission is to empower everybody to be healers in your own home and to take charge of your health. We're not victims. Right now, I feel like in our society with what's going on, everyone's afraid. And it's like we're sitting ducks just waiting for the worst to happen. And I'm here to tell you, no, we can empower ourselves so that we have weapons to use. I am a homeschool mom. I have 6 sons. This is a picture. It's kind of outdated because now I've got a couple grandkids. So we've been using essential oils in our home now for going on 5 years. This class is going to focus on immune health. And why is that so critical? Obviously, we know with what's going on globally, we know why immune health is so critical. But your immune system is your first line of defense against all of your health threats. Now, you can be exposed to a threat, but not get sick if your immune system is strong. Your body will function at optimal health when your immune system functions well. So even if it's compromised, there are things you can do proactively. So for instance, I am immunocompromised. I've been sick most of my adult life. Raising 6 kids, I'm positive that we built our doctor's house. We were always at the doctor. 4 to 5 times a year, I would get respiratory infections, sinus infections, colds, you name it. If anybody in my home was sick, I got it. About 5 years ago, my son had a very serious health challenge, and doctors never helped me. They weren't helping my son, so that forced me to start looking out of the box. And that's what I did. I started going to a functional medicine doctor. That's when I was diagnosed with autoimmune disease. I don't know if anybody here has autoimmunity, but autoimmune disease in our country is epidemic. It's it's known that there are about 85 million Americans diagnosed with autoimmune disease, but it can take 8 years, up to 8 years, even to get a diagnosis. So the numbers of how many people might have autoimmunity are honestly staggering because they might just not be diagnosed yet. So I have a number of autoimmune diseases because once autoimmune disease hits, it's like turning on a switch. It will continue to go from system to system. So for me, it started in my thyroid, I believe, and then it went to my lungs. So for me, who is immunocompromised with a serious lung condition, I'm like a sitting duck with what's going on in our country today. But I have zero fear. I've not lost a wink of sleep because of what I'm going to teach you today. I've gone to the store. Now I'm careful. I wear a mask. I use my hand sanitizer, but I'm empowered to care for myself, so I'm not afraid. So today I'm going to teach you and educate you on plant-based medicine to support your body. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you a list of things to help strengthen your immune system. Now, what are essential oils? In essence, they're the immune system of a plant. If you look at this picture, if you see these little white sacs on this plant, this is a peppermint leaf. And if you take a peppermint leaf in your hand and you just rub it together, and then you smell your hand's going to smell like mint because you broke those little peppermint sacs. That is the essential oil. It's the immune system of a plant. So bugs that do not like peppermint, they'll be repelled by that. So the same protective quality where a plant is able to protect itself from bugs and from invaders, when we take those essential oils onto our body, into our body by breathing in ingestion, the same protective quality operates the same way in our body. So it's plant-based medicine, and it's highly concentrated, 50 to 70 more powerful than herbs. Why essential oils work? That's a picture of a cell. If you have a bacterial infection, bacteria live in your blood. So a doctor's going to give you antibiotics to kill the bacteria in your bloodstream. But viruses live inside the cell. Antibiotics and medicine can cross that cell membrane barrier. That's why if you get a virus, a stomach virus, any kind of virus, what's the doctor going to tell you? Sorry, you just have to go home and wait it out. There's nothing we can do for you. But essential oils, because they're fatty and they're a lipid, they will just go right through the fatty layer of that cell, right into the cell. When my son was on a mission trip 2 years ago, he came home and I found him on the floor a couple of days later. We had to call 911, got him to the hospital. After 8 hours of testing, his spleen was enlarged. You could actually see it, like protruding. His diagnosis was he had picked up some kind of a virus, probably bug-borne. He had bites all over him. And they told him he would be down for 3 to 6 months. He would be tired. He'd pretty much not be good for anything. And there was nothing that they could do. Just wait it out. So we went home and I thanked the doctors, but I thought, all right, it's a viral infection. Doctors can't help, but I can. So I researched antiviral oils, put them on a vigorous internal regimen. I diffuse 24/7. You can see my diffuser behind me. Keep diffusers on all the time, and topical, putting things all over where his spleen was. 1 week later, my son was back to work full time. He was still tired. it took him probably a few weeks before he felt normal again, but he was not down for 3 to 6 months because the essential oils can go into the cell and they can deal with the viruses there. So that is why they are so effective. Now, people might hear this and I don't know how to go back. People might hear this and think, well, wait a minute. I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm just going to pick up frankincense and other oils. That is not going to help you. 95% of your oils are actually adulterated with synthetics, with chemicals, pesticides, all kinds of fillers. So they're not going to have the therapeutic medicinal quality that a pure essential oil will. doTERRA is the number one biggest essential oil. We source our oils globally wherever they grow indigenously. That's why they work. If you know, they will study, mainstream medicine studies plants, then they try to synthesize the plant to be your medicine. But the essential oil, the way doTERRA sources it, it literally is plant-based medicine. That's why everything I teach in this class is specific only to doTERRA. You will not get the same results going to a drugstore or buying any other cheapy brand. Everyone's jumped on the bandwagon with essential oils, but they're not equal. So you got to trust me on that. I'm going to talk about therapeutic oils today. Before we jump into the oils, I just wanted to highlight Karen mentioned supplements. These supplements are doTERRA's #1 best-selling product. And the reason is, I don't know how many of you take supplements, but 75%, 3 out of 4 Americans take supplements. But most of those supplements, they are probably peeing right out. You've heard you are what you eat, but the truth is you are what you absorb. And there are 9 essential oils, including frankincense, in these supplements. And remember what I said, the essential oils go into your cells and they carry that whole food, beyond organic nutrition right into your cells. So the things people notice are they feel more energy, much more energized. They sleep better, skin issues clear up, their gut is healed. The testimonies of this one product are unbelievable. For me, I cut my thyroid medication. I've got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, autoimmune. I cut my thyroid medicine in half after 2 months on this supplement. And if I miss it for a day or two, I feel it. So I always like to highlight that because when we look at whole body health, nutrition and supplementation is critical to your immune system and to overall health. So let's jump in now and start to look at essential oils. If you don't know how to use them, you can use them 3 ways. You can put them on topically, you can diffuse them with your diffuser aromatically, or even if you put it in your hand and then you just breathe it in, that's aromatic. And internal, again, only doTERRA. When we use it topically, I always tell people to use a carrier oil, like coconut oil. You put just 1 drop as a dose in your hand with your carrier oil and put it wherever you need it. So for digestive, you'd rub it on your abdomen. For me, when I use my topical thyroid, I just put it right here. When you dilute it like that, it helps it to absorb quicker, and it actually saves you money in the long run because your oil's 1 drop as a dose. So if you're diluting it, you don't need as many drops of oil to cover a larger area. Diffusing it or breathing it in, you get it into your lungs, it gets into your whole body. And ingesting, like I keep my lemon and other citrus oils right in my water, and I'm drinking it through the day. You can put it in a veggie cap and take it as a pill. Just put it right in your mouth under your tongue. So these are the 3 ways that you can use essential oils. And again, if I go really fast, write down any questions that you have, and we'll give time for Q&A at the end. But the first oil I'm going to talk about is lemon. Our lemon oil we source in Italy. Lemon is an amazing oil. It's a cleanser. So like I said, keeping it in my water and drinking it is like an internal cleanser to my body, cleansing all of my organs, keeping everything clean and moving. It can also support healthy respiratory function. Diffusing it and breathing it in promotes a very positive, uplifting mood. All of your citrus oils do. But you can also clean with it in your home. I add it to my cleaner. I love the lemon scent. You can, if you ever buy your produce and there's those stickers stuck to it, it'll take stickers right off. If kids have put stickers on windows, lemon oil just removes stickers really well. It'll clean dry erase boards and residue from markers and crayons, remove stains. It can remove nail polish. I'll take my produce, even organic, and I'll soak it in a big bit of water with just a couple drops of lemon oil to help remove any residue that might be on the produce. So lemon oil, you use all 3 ways. It's an amazing oil, again, for internal cleansing and even in your house cleaning. Lavender oil we source in Provence, France. Lavender is good for anything calming. It helps with sleep support. It helps with what's going on in our country now and the world, the anxiety, the stress. Lavender is just very calming. It's very soothing. It's really, really good for any skin issues, rashes, diaper rash, any irritation to your skin. You can use this on any bites, mosquito bites, bug bites, bee stings, burns. Just the other day, I burned my finger. And as soon as I felt the pan and I knew I burned myself, grab the lavender, put it right on. It never even blistered. But the key is do it quickly. So keep your lavender, like I keep my oils all over my house. So I see them and I'm ready to use them. So lavender is very good for burns, really good for burns. You can spray lavender on your linens and on your pillow before you go to bed. Put some on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed. It's so calming. Diffuse it at nighttime for a good restful sleep. You can mix lavender and Epsom salts and then have a beautiful, relaxing, warm bath. So there's just so many ways to use lavender. With allergy season upon us, one of my friends will take lavender literally and dab it like on the forehead and kind of all around when she has those watery, itchy eyes. It's really, really good for seasonal threats, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Your peppermint oil, we talked about the little white sacks on that first picture. The peppermint oil that doTERRA has is so potent. 1 drop, it's incredible. I keep my peppermint on my end table next to my bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll take a drop, put it in my hands, rub it together, and I'll just lay in bed and start to breathe it in. It opens up your nasal passageway. It gets up into the brain. It really is energizing and awakening. So if you are like me and you don't hop out of bed very easily, it's a good way to get you up in the morning. I love to diffuse. I'm a homeschool mom. So I'll diffuse my peppermint with wild orange or citrus oils. It's very energizing. My husband will diffuse those at work because, again, it's very energizing and invigorating. Peppermint is very cooling. If you have a fever, you just put it like right behind your neck. It's really cooling to bring down a fever. Or, I hate to say it, I think a lot of us are at the age of maybe hot flashes. You can just put some peppermint in water, spray the back of your neck. Some of our landscapers that work outside will get a wet cloth, put some peppermint oil on that, and just keep it around the back of their neck. It's very calming and cooling when they're out in the hot sun doing their landscaping. You can put a drop right in your mouth as a breath freshener. Again, you can diffuse it. I've put some peppermint with water in my bathroom, and I'll shake it, and it'll be a spray. And after bathroom spray, like if somebody has gone number 2, all the Glade sprays and stuff, that is so toxic, and anything you breathe in gets into your body. We don't want all the toxic stuff in our body, so we don't have any plugins, any candles, any sprays. Our essential oils have replaced all of that. So peppermint oil, and again, I'm just scratching the surface. Karen, you might even have a whole bunch more ideas of how to use things, but I'm just scratching the surface. So the 3 oils that I just mentioned, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, that is your allergy blend. So those 3 together is really, really good for your seasonal threats. You can take those 3 oils and put them in your diffuser, and just breathing them in helps to calm down the histamine response. You can take them internally, put them right in your mouth and swallow, or doTERRA puts them in a little soft gel called Tri-Ease. Before we go either outside to do yard work or to my sister's house, she has cats. My husband will take 2 Tri-Ease, and then he doesn't need Claritin anymore. We've replaced Claritin. No over-the-counter allergy meds. These 3 oils will replace any of those. Now, Breathe is also good for allergies. It's also good for anything respiratory. This was the oil that started my whole essential oil journey. I had a very serious lung illness. I don't want to make any medical claims. It's my story. I had it 4 times. And when I got it a 5th time, a friend said, look, use this Breathe oil. I didn't know what essential oils were. I had a bottle of Breathe, and I didn't know what to do with it. I literally laid in bed, breathing it in. My husband put it on my back. I put it on my chest. I didn't know what a diffuser was. I was so new to this. I didn't even know. I just was so desperate not to get on antibiotics, because when I had this very serious life-threatening illness, I'd be sick for 6 weeks to 3 months. One time I ran a fever every single day for 3 months, multiple rounds of antibiotics. Finally, my doctor, after 3 months, and I was not getting better, said, you probably have cancer. You're probably dying. There's nothing more I can do for you. That's, again, one of the reasons I had to start looking for other solutions for my health. That Breathe oil, I was better in a week. And I did not understand why. That's what launched me into researching. I've since gone back to school for functional medicine, and I've gone through a lot of certification courses to become an expert in the therapeutic usage of essential oils. I know these things work. I mean, you can't tell me they don't. I've experienced it. Our whole family has. So the Breathe, anything respiratory. And again, with the threat that's out there now, you need to support your lungs. You need to support your respiratory health. And if you're burning candles and you're using Glade plugins and other sprays, you're actually hurting your lungs. And you're adding to the toxic chemical buildup in your body, which ultimately will weaken your immune system. So Breathe oil, you diffuse it, you use it topically, breathe it in, it opens your passageways. This is one that I'll even use before I go to the gym to work out, to help open the passageways so I can breathe better while I'm working out. So that's one of my favorite oils. Now, Melaleuca is also known as tea tree. You've probably heard it called tea tree. Tea tree, this, if you do not have any kind of an antiseptic, this is your antiseptic oil. I use this for cleaning. I add it to my natural cleaner that I've made. This is in the natural hand sanitizer that we're using these days. If you have a sore throat, you can just put a drop of Melaleuca with lemon oil in water, gargle and swallow, and the antiseptic qualities will just cleanse all the bacteria in your throat. A good friend of Karen's and mine had come to visit me one time, and she was actually going to a doctor. He thought she might have thyroid cancer because she had a really bad sore throat. While she's talking, I said, well, have you ever heard of essential oils? I sent her home with a little bit of lemon and tea tree oil and told her to do what I just told you. The end of the week, she called me and she said, Diana, my sore throat is gone. I don't have the pain anymore. She said, I've suffered with this for a month, thinking I have cancer. I've tried everything there is. Started using essential oils and continues to the day. This was probably about 3-4 years ago. So that's good for any kind of a sore throat. It's an excellent cleaner, like I said, to kill those germs. It's good for fungus, for ringworm. Helps with nasal drainage, dry, itchy scalp or lice. Karen, I didn't know if you know that because working in the school. It's really good for lice. So this is one of the oils you want to have right now in this day and age, because this with the protective blend is really important to keep yourself protected and to keep your immune system strong. It's also good for environmental and seasonal threats. So we want the healthy immune function, and that's what this is good for. It's also really good for skin. Anything with your skin, it's really, really good for cleansing and rejuvenating the skin. Frankincense, if you've not heard of that, is called the king of oils. The motto we have is when in doubt, use frankincense. Frankincense is incredible, and it's so powerful for a healthy immune system. People that I work with, and I work with a lot of people that have the big C diagnosis, this is one that we will absolutely use with them. One of the components in frankincense is it literally will cause, it's called apoptosis. It will cause a mutated, diseased cell to self-destruct, to kill itself. Frankincense internally also will keep mutated cells from replicating. That's how tumors are formed. So for me, I don't have tumors, but I don't want them. So I keep my frankincense by my sink. So morning and evening when I brush my teeth, doing all my stuff to get ready for bed, I will take frankincense, literally put just a couple drops under my tongue morning and evening, because I want my body always being supported at that cellular level to avoid illness down the road. You know, it's easier to avoid getting sick than it is to get better when you have a sickness or a disease. I wish I knew 30 years ago what I know now. I would not have autoimmune disease, I'm sure of that. So frankincense, one doctor that I work with said, if you can only afford one oil, this is the oil that you want, because you can use it for everything. It's really good for skin and, again, overall cellular health. So I'm never without my frankincense. Oregano is my antibiotic. I'm allergic to almost every antibiotic out there. And years ago, my doctor said, oh my goodness, I hope you don't get something serious because you're just going to die. He really was very encouraging. He said, you can't take any antibiotics. He said, I don't know what we're going to do for you. So I will tell you, since using oils, I have gotten UTIs. I have gotten abscesses. I just had one a month ago. I've had illnesses where I need antibiotics, but I can't take them. So I'm going to teach you a powerful natural antibiotic that has knocked all of those things out of my body. When I've taken antibiotics in the past, because I used to take them all the time, they totally mess up my body. They'd mess up your, and actually they do. They'll kill all the good bacteria as well as the bad. So you're actually, you might kill all the bad germs, but you have now totally weakened your immune system. So if you want a good, healthy immune system, you've got to keep the good bacteria healthy. Oregano oil is your go-to. If there's any gardeners on this class or watching, any gardener will know if you plant oregano, you don't have to use any kind of bug repellent because bugs hate oregano. And a lot of people will even plant oregano around their other plants because it's a natural bug repellent. So this is amazing. The same protective quality that oregano has for keeping the pests away, that has the same protective quality in our body. So this is my natural antibiotic. It is so powerful. Again, one drop for me when I used it in a cooking big spaghetti sauce overpowered like a 3-gallon pot of spaghetti sauce. This stuff is really, really potent, but it's powerful as a natural antibiotic. It also supports a healthy immune system, healthy digestion, and healthy respiratory function. I'm sure you're hearing these buzzwords. Whenever I'm saying immune system and respiratory system, that's what we really want to be focusing on these days. It's also a powerful antioxidant. So, yeah, at the end, Karen, remind me if I forget to talk about the flu bomb. I want to make sure they know, they have that recipe.
Okay.
Now, On Guard, this is what you need to have. This is your immune support blend. It's a powerful blend of essential oils that synergistically work together to really support your whole body's immunity. This, again, I don't take anything unnatural anymore. We diffuse On Guard 24/7, we ingest it, and we use it topically. This is such a powerful blend that doTERRA has actually put it into a ton of products. We've got oral health, a mouthwash, toothpaste. You've got soft gels. You've got your oil, foaming hand wash. There's laundry detergent. There's a cleaning concentrate. There's beadlets. There's topical rollers. They put it into so much because this is what people need. So On Guard is going to support your body's natural defenses to repel the threats that are out there. If I haven't said it already, essential oils do not heal. I'm never going to be one that says, use essential oils and you will never get sick again. I hate it when I see advertising like that because to me that's very misleading. But what I will say is essential oils powerfully support your body from the inside out, and it's your body's natural God-given healing mechanisms. That's how you're going to heal. But what we want to do is support your body so it has those building blocks to know how to heal. Like I've been on cruises before where people drop like flies around me, and I'm Florence Nightingale running to their little cabins with my diffuser and my oils, giving them all this stuff. I'm not afraid to go to sick people and I don't usually get sick because I'm also preventatively using things so I don't. But again, if I do get sick, like I said, I've gotten all kinds of stuff. I know how to deal with it. And like Karen said, she gets better a lot more quickly instead of things getting long and drawn out. So we want to support our immune system, and On Guard is an oil, a must have oil to have for supporting your immune system. This, you can get rid of your airborne, you can get rid of your emergency, you can get rid of those other things. You don't need that. This will replace that. I also like for moms, they'll take a drop of this and they'll add it to applesauce or to oatmeal. So I add it to my coffee or to a smoothie to ingest, to get that powerful protective quality internally. It's also really good for your oral health, like I mentioned. Your digestion, any digestive health that you have, your digestion is going to be your go-to. This will remain, it will maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. That's really important. It'll help to reduce bloating, gas, indigestion. For me, I was teaching a class one time. I had a house full of women, and I must have eaten something that my friend had me for dinner before the class. I was in agony in my stomach. I don't know what I ate. I kept going to the bathroom because I'm about to teach this class, and I felt awful. So what I did, I took my Digestion and I just massaged it on my abdomen, and I put a couple drops in my mouth and just drank water. 20 minutes later, I was fine to teach. No more problems. This is one of our fastest acting oils too. My son had IBS. This oil was a lifesaver for him. So any kind of digestive issue that you have, this is one of the most popular and powerful oils that we have. Deep Blue. I keep this, like this is where I work. I keep my Deep Blue right next to me. I have also degenerating discs in my neck. So as they compress, it causes terrible nerve pain that tends to shoot up into my head. I keep this in my car, in my purse. My husband keeps it at work. We are never without Deep Blue. This
Neither-
oil or rub, Karen too, is good for any sore muscles. It's good for growing pains for children. It's good for like a good relaxing, stress-free massage. My husband had like one of the worst possible headaches you can imagine, the monster one. He had been down for about 18 hours, popping Advil like it was candy, Excedrin. He tried everything. And I just had to sit quietly by because he was not open to essential oils. But after 18 hours of suffering, he was in agony. He came to me and said, "Is there anything you can do for me?" And it's like, "Really? Are you sure?" And he's like, he was desperate. I took my Deep Blue and I gave him a 10-minute massage. I massaged his temples, I massaged around his neck and shoulders, and I massaged the bottoms of his feet. 10 minutes. And then I left. 20 minutes later, he came downstairs and he was angry. He was so angry. He's like, "I've suffered for 18 hours and my pain is gone." He didn't understand it. He was so frustrated. But I'll tell you what, he was converted that day. And now he diffuses oils at work. He'll take the oils internally. He takes the supplements. And he's my big champion right now because he realizes these really do work. So if you have deep pain, let's say that you have not just muscle pain, you have deep joint pain, you have that internal pain, that arthritis, whatever it is, this Deep Blue or the oil will give you a temporary topical relief, and it will give you relief. It's amazing. But the relief, again, it'll last a number of hours, and then you just reapply. Just like your medicine, right? Medicines will work for a certain time and you take some more. But if you see in this picture, there's a bottle of Deep Blue polyphenol capsules. That has replaced all of my over-the-counter pain meds. No more Tylenol, Advil, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, none of it. It's actually bad for your liver anyway. That's going to help you with the deeper pain levels. So your joint pain, for me, the compressing discs in the nerve. There are things you can use. So I'll hit it both ways, topically and internally. Again, this stuff is gold. Now, one of the main things going on in our world today is stress and anxiety and a ton of fear. These two blends, the Serenity, which I call my lavender on steroids, and Balance Oil, these together are like a stress buster, an anxiety buster. This is really, really important to diffuse and use topically. This really, really is helping people with the fear that is out there right now. So those are two blends that are really good to have. We also have a line of emotional aromatherapy oils. I'm not going to go into that right now, but they pretty much will, any emotional need that you have, when you breathe those in, they go right back to the amygdala, that emotion center of the brain, and it really impacts you on a powerful way with your mood, with your emotions, and with your health that way. All right. So I've covered a bunch of things, and trust me, I only scratched the surface, and there's a lot more I could have talked about, but I don't want to inundate you. But let's say that you've heard things and you thought, wow, I have that, or I deal with that, or I need support for that. How can you get started? doTERRA is just like Costco, BJ, Sam's Club. You can pay $35. Actually, it's cheaper than Costco. And you'll have the privilege of shopping all year long and get wholesale pricing. Or there's a better way to start. You can begin with a kit that is already discounted. And the oils that are in the kit are actually below wholesale. You can't buy it for that. The $35 fee is free. They waive the membership fee. And then there's a way you can get an additional 10 to 30% back. So this is the smartest way to go. And I'm just going to highlight how you do this. These are called enrollment kits. There's 6 options right here. from this Healthy Essentials kit that has a diffuser and 10 oils, most of the ones I've highlighted today. This Healthy Start kit, those are the 10 oils that I talked about today with a diffuser. If you don't have a diffuser, you want a diffuser. Trust me, that's the best way to enjoy your oils, just by breathing. Then there's other kits as well. And if this is something you do want to look at, what Karen and I like to do is talk to you individually, or whoever sent you to this class. They will talk to you specifically about what your needs are. Because I don't want you just buying stuff and having it sit in your house. We want you to get them out and be using them. So we'll talk to you about what would be the best way for you to start. But doTERRA, as of yesterday, Karen, I think, they released 2 kits. And these 2 kits in the middle, the Respond kit and the Protect kit, this is a limited kit, and they are selling out really, really fast. I think doTERRA has, 6 or 7 million people that use their oils worldwide. They only made 15,000 of these kits. And that's what I heard today, is they're selling out fast. But these kits were put together specifically to deal with what we're looking at globally with the threat right now. So this Protect kit will help to empower you with the oils. You have the On Guard hand sanitizer, the On Guard oil, the diffuser. Like I said, if you don't have a diffuser, you want one. Purify is a good purification oil to help cleanse the air of any threats that are there. You can also put that in your laundry to help cleanse any stuff in your laundry. Tea tree oil we talked about, that's antiseptic. And bergamot is also a very powerful antibacterial, and it's also really good to diffuse. It's a citrus oil, but germs do not like that one. So if you want to protect and empower yourself, when you get this kit, if you were to buy these retail, you'd spend $56 more. Wholesale, you're saving $10 in the kit. That's one. This kit, the Respond kit, is unbelievable. If you buy this retail, you're saving $141, or even wholesale pricing, you're saving almost $69. That's like getting Breathe, Peppermint, and Lavender for free. Both of these kits have a free membership, so you don't have to pay the $35. This one is only $150. And like I said, it's worth almost $300 retail. So this is actually a really, really good kit. Adaptive is also another blend I didn't talk about a lot. Good for stress, anxiety, and mental wellness. So people dealing with a lot of mental issues, I don't want to list the medical names because we're making no medical claims. They've actually made this a whole enrollment kit. We can talk to you about that more if that's something you're interested in learning about. But these are the kits we're really encouraging now, just because they're an incredible deal and they're specific to the threat that is out there right now. Now, the free gift offer we have, if you've never heard of Arborvitae, Arborvitae is the twin sister of On Guard, your protective blend. We source this oil in Canada, and this oil is amazing. These Arborvitae trees will fall down. There's trees that have fallen over 100 years ago, and they still are laying on the ground in Canada fully intact. And that's because the bugs heat it. They won't go near it to help to decompose it. So these Arborvitae trees, again, that same protective quality you put in your body and it repels the bugs. This is a great bug repellent. We're getting into that season where the insects are going to come. I use this, I'll diffuse it. I'll put it in a spray and spray around my doors and windows. This is a powerful repellent. Again, very good for immune health. You can get this oil for free when you start an enrollment with any 200 PV purchase. And I think this retails for about $40. So this is a really, really amazing offer. So again, apply to pulse points, use it topically, diffuse in your air to purify the air. You can mix it with lemon as a wood polish and preservative. It's an amazing oil. Now, some more tips for immune health. I tell my kids, you cannot oil your way out of a bad diet. You know, it's not like oils are the end all be all. There's a lot of common sense. So you need to get sleep. And we talked about you need to manage your stress levels. And we can help you with that. Again, we work specifically with you as the whole person to help you with what your needs are. You need to move your body and get exercise. Get out in the sun. Oh my goodness, please do not stay in your house all the time. You've got to get outside. You've got to get fresh air, sunshine, breathe that in. It's good for your lungs. Eat a good, healthy diet. The processed food, the sugar, that's going to weaken your immune system. Increase probiotics. That is going to keep your healthy bacteria balance in your gut. 80% of your immune system is in your gut. If your gut health is compromised, your immune system is compromised. So you've got to increase the probiotics. Watch your lungs. Don't be spraying your Lysol and using your Clorox bleach and all of those heavy toxic cleaners. That's going to weaken your immune system. That's going to make you more vulnerable. And we talked about options for cleaning. Stay hydrated. Drink your lemon water. Germs cannot grow in an alkaline environment. So when you drink lemon water, that keeps your body alkaline. Supplement maybe with extra vitamin C, and vitamin D is really important. Vitamin C and D are in the supplements. So you will get those when you're using the supplements as well. So let me just end here by saying education is not enough. I've had people that know all of this because they've come to my classes, they love what they've learned, but then they get sick and they call me in a panic because they did not equip themselves. They did not get the oils so that they're ready for anything. We can teach you how to be ready for anything, but it's not going to work if you don't have the oils. So we encourage you to take advantage of some of the discounts, the deals we have. Or if you have the oils, please get them out of your box. Please use them. I feel like I failed if you've gotten the oils and you're not using them. And that's absolutely not what we want. So Karen and I work with people individually, and what we will do is meet with you, help you come up with the whole health plan that is best for you, look at your specific needs, tailor things to whatever is best